FIA Formula 2 moves into its last 3 weekends of running. We're here at the Baku City Circuit, a track that always gives us exciting drama and intrigue. What are we going to see here today ahead of 21 laps for the Azerbaijan F2 Sprint? Let's see what all the action brings and the story so far.
From the Park of Monza, this is the return of FIA Formula 2. Bortoletto in the gravel with no time on the board. Maloney gets them all with a minute to go. Formula 2 is underway at the Temple of Speed. Oh, it's going to be a big crash into the wall. Will it be the time for Behrman to hit the front of the field? Behrman goes through.
Big contact for Bortoletto.
That was bold and brave. Oliver Behrman wins the sprint at Monza.
Good job, guys.
The man bound for Formula 1. Great getaway for Aaron. Maloney's going to box him out of contact between Aaron and the championship leader. That's Dennis Hauger, and the safety car is out. This is barely credible. Gabriel Bortoletto from last to first. The two Premers coming to blows. Gabriel Bortoletto takes the win to reignite the championship challenge.
It's all to play for. Welcome to Azerbaijan and FIA Formula 2, round 12 of the 2024 season, and we're underway for the sprint race. It's 11:11 currently here in the UK. Make a wish, because that's what exactly 22 drivers are going to be doing. It's unpredictable here at Baku, a mixture of the old city and the new. Sector 1 takes us around the Parliament Square, then into the old city with a castle section in Sector 2 and a fast flat out final sector to where you're flat out for around about 50 seconds. It's absolutely insane, this place. 20 corners in total. The drivers realistically only feel about 14 of them. We welcome you up to the commentary box then for the F2 sprint race here in Baku. 21 laps ahead of us. Few changes going on the grid. We have a slightly delayed start to proceedings as well. They were late exiting the pit lane, so we're in a small delay of around about 5 minutes as the safety car's at the front of the field and they're just leaving the grid. Kind of to be expected with the conditions, because it's been a very topsy-turvy start. Christian Mansell, in his first ever Formula 2 appearance, starts on pole position. A fantastic achievement. Jack Crawford is second, Gabriel Mini third, Joshua Durtskin fourth, Gabriel Bortoletto fifth, and Omi, well, this is absolutely insane as we take a look at the starting grid from back to front as well. Niels Coulin still 7 seconds back as well on that running order. Jose Maria Martin lines up in 21st position. Then it's 20th for Isaac Hadjar. Really poor qualifying for him as they fly through. Then further back, it's Rafael Villagomez. Emil Cordial's in 18th, Wally Goethe alongside. In 17th, it's Rito Mayata ahead of Enzo Fittipaldi in 15th place. 14th for one-man Will Correa, 13th for Dennis Hauger. 12th on the grid lines up Paul Aron. 11th for Luke Browning, again in his first appearance. Then moving further up the field, Richard Verschoor ahead of Andrea Kimi-Antonelli. Richard Verschoor's pole position for tomorrow's feature race. Victor Martin stands 8th and Zane Maloney starts 7th. It's 6th on the field as well, as I try and work out what's going on with my headset. 6th for Kush Maini, 5th for Gabriel Bortoletto. And then 4th on the grid for Joshua Durtskin, as I said. Gabriel Mini 3rd, the F3 champion runner-up. 2nd for Crawford and pole position for Mansell. Yeah, back up to the box then. Omi. What an interesting session we've got ahead of us as well. Track temperature at 33.6 degrees. And the start of the formation lap will be in 6 minutes' time. So a slight delay, but not to be expected.
Slight delay. I'm sure we'll have slight delays throughout the race as well with how Formula 2 is at Baku. But yes, Trident are going to be starting on pole for both races this weekend. We've got Rashul tomorrow after taking it by 17 thousandths of a second off Antonelli in qualifying. It's Mansell though reversed to pole position today and chasing the Dreamer following Trident as well. So it'll be interesting to see as they get there. One of their best weekends in Formula 2 going. Let's see if they can continue that through their 2 races. Mini also did well yesterday to qualify in 8th, and that is why he starts 3rd for today's sprint contest.
Before we get to Richie as well, who's in the box with us as well. Hello to Synthal, who's in the YouTube chat. We missed you, Synthal. Come back for a couple. If you can come back for the last Abu Dhabi race of the year, come back. We want you back for some special ones. Become our Davide Valsecchi. Turn up at really special events. We miss you as well. He says, hey guys, how are you? I'm good. Hopefully everyone else is good. We'll get to them in a second. SHG said 2 of the 3 guys starting in the top 3. They look quick out the gates. Richie, you in the box with me for quali. They did. And Mansell, Crawford, Mini, all in the top. It's just insane for a sprint quali.
It is. I mean, Gabriele Mini was, I think, the one he was kind of looking at the most. So we do have a bit quick word here from Paul Devlin.
Here, there was 11 that didn't finish. So as much as we're looking for pace, we're looking to finish. Especially with Gabby and the championship, it's just important we don't end up conceding a lot of points to some of the boys around us. You know, we need to score what we can, but we're staying out of trouble.
Okay, yeah, go on, Richie.
So, as I was saying, Gabriele Mini was, I think, the one that everyone kind of looked at to do the best out of the F3 guys, but P8 for him. Of course, it was P10 for Mansell. Brilliant job indeed, and also P11, I think, for Luke Browning, just missing out on that reverse grid position. So going into this, it's great to see what some of these drivers can do, because obviously Mini right at the front of the championship with Browning, but Mansell was a little bit further back. So it does show that you don't have to be top 3 in the championship in order to try and fight here at the front in Formula 2. So that might open the eyes of a couple of other drivers in the Formula 3 championship who might have a bit more money next year, possibly going into an F2 seat. So it's going to be a very interesting race indeed. And as I was saying to Omi earlier on, before the stream started, Mansell, I think he's going to struggle a bit in the race. Starting from pole, you've got a lot of pressure and you've got a lot of quick Formula 2 veterans behind you.
It's a very difficult situation to come in. He was 7/10 off the pace of Richard for sure yesterday. He was on pole position as well. Let's check in with Alex Jakes and Alex Brundle then on the world feed and see what's going to happen.
Trial regulation for Formula 2 could be implemented in Formula 1 in the future, that you lose your fastest lap time if you are the cause of the red flag. But Alex, there were 2 cars involved with it.
Yeah, he was parked next to his teammate, so it's a bit of a harsh one, I think, at the bare minimum there for Hadjar. And he'll be feeling relatively aggrieved at that one, I would have thought, especially given the position he is in the championship at the moment. But he did see last weekend his teammate, his championship rival, Gabriele Bortoleto, win from last place on the grid. He knows it's possible. He's going to try to take the maximum points away from this weekend. But I really felt for him after that penalty, which does seem extremely harsh, given Pepe Marti was off in the Tech Pro as well.
Here's Mini.
And remind, I want to see a lion.
Copy.
Prema have always been phenomenal at motivating their drivers. It's part of the DNA of the success of that team. Gabriele Mini gets a wonderful opportunity to deputise for Oliver Behrman, who is deputising for Kevin Magnussen in Formula 1. It will be Oliver Behrman's 2nd Grand Prix start of the season. Gabriele Mini gets a chance to put the disappointment of being in the hunt for the title in Formula 3 and just falling short behind him immediately. And they want to see a lion behind the wheel. No pressure. This will be the most powerful thing that Mini has ever raced in his career.
Great opportunity for Jack Crawford as well. Has been a winner this year, the driver who sits 5th in the championship. American driver will be looking to slide up the inside, if he possibly can, of the rookie down towards turn 1 and take that leading position away. But as the hum of Mechachrome engine start, all of these drivers are going to be getting fired up for this one. And I'm seeing low downforce rear wings across the more or less the whole field now, especially definitely the front runners are towards that LDF setup, which gives them a lot more straight line speed and raceability.
You have a choice of specifications of rear wing. Used to be mandated with the degree of elements. There are choices this year, new Dallara built car, and you have a choice how much downforce you run on that rear wing. That will be a discussion that's going on with team and driver. If you're thinking, oh, this is a lot of build-up for a sprint race, we did have a 5-minute delay, which means that we've been able to dive into some of the issues a bit more. That is a look at 19-year-old Christian Mansell from New South Wales in Australia, and he is leaving the line to begin his first formation lap. It's a 90-minute run down to turn 1, so if ever you're going to have a debut at a circuit where you want the shortest run possible down to the first turn, it's this one. That's the good news. Bad news is this is Formula 2, Alex Brundle. Anything can happen down there.
Sadly, that is the case. Anything can happen as the marshals run from one side of the track to the other. SHT, hello. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they look quick at the top. So, Synth, yeah, I've really missed commentating with you guys, but I'm so busy during the weekends. Also, now I'm not home, but I can finally watch an F2 race live again. Fantastic, you can watch an F2 race live again. Really annoying that you can't commentate. Here's the top 3.
For sure, without having done a single race sim or, you know, having done any races at all, it will be quite hard, I think, especially for all the rookies that even Christian starting from pole. Will not be easy for sure, but we'll have to adapt through the race. I know a bit the techniques are different, so I think it will be a lot about working well today, working well tonight, and then showing it tomorrow for tomorrow's race.
Obviously, I want to use my experience in F2 to have a good start, and you know, we've always been strong in the race, although it is kind of a track where the degradation doesn't matter as much, but still, I think we'll be strong in the long run. Of course, I want to try and get out front as early as possible, and try to control the race. So that's the plan from my side.
If I win the race tomorrow, cool. I'll be screaming to the hills. But if I don't, I'm not really going to beat myself up too much. Of course, I'm a racing car driver. I want to succeed. I want to do the best that I can. But at the end of the day, I want to learn. That's why I'm here. I'm doing the last 3 races. It's not like I'm going to win the championship, so there's no need to go like a bat out of hell in the beginning of the race and then have no tyres by the end.
Like a bat out of hell. That's definitely how we're going to have to start thinking about this one, guys. And there's such a tension in the air, isn't there, Omi, about how, and Richie, how these guys can perform. But Richie, just starting with you, you were in the box yesterday. They had a great professional qualifying session. And they've been good in F3. Do you reckon that Mansell could win this race? You said he couldn't.
I mean, I think he'll struggle, but I think after listening to what he said he's got the mindset, which is like, it's very good for this situation, isn't it? You know, he's not going to be too angry if he loses, but of course he's going to try and win, he's going to try his best. But going into this, I think one thing that could help Mansell is, as long as he keeps himself clean, is that we've seen over the qualifying session a lot of people going deep at you know, especially into turn 1, lots of turn 3, a few people having a bit of an incident here and there. That can help him if safety cars come into the equation. As you mentioned yesterday as well, Josh, he was having a right rant about how you can stall the car very easily. Around a track like this where it's not easy, you've got to do an 1,000,000 point turn to get out of a barrier. Yeah. This could help Mansell if he can keep himself at the front and not be under too much pressure. He's got Crawford behind him, who is one of, in my opinion, one of the quickest guys on the grid. If he can keep Crawford under bay, we could have a very good race.
I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Also, of course, we had very limited practice as well with a dusty track. They were able to get running, but it was very dusty. The track conditions weren't good. It was the first action on the weekend as well, meaning that it was very tricky for these rookies to get up to grip. So that could come to hurt them in a full race distance, but it'll be an interesting sprint race, and it's about to get underway, Josh.
Isaac Hadjar lines at 20th. Watch out for him. He lines up in both races 20th. What he has got to improve. A little bit too far forward in his box there. Here's Coolant, pulls into position, green flag to the back, eyes to the lights then, for the battle in Baku. The F2 sprint race has 5 lights on. Blast off in Baku. Good start from Christian Mansell. He comes across, he's going to try and look around the outside line. Duskin going up the inside line. That's going to be a bit of a squeeze. The 2 Invictus cars get through. Bortoletto still ahead of Mini as they move forward as well as they come into braking. That's going to be a bit hard. Bortoletto versus Kushmani not working out that time around. Further back, Hadjar gets through on Jose Maria Marti, who had a little look around the outside. Now we've got got Victor Martins with Gabriel Bortoletto. Bortoletto on the outside, coming through out of nowhere. Zayn Maloney, 3 wide into turn 4, and Maloney slips back through. Martin's now going to still try and stay side by side with Kushmini. Up into 5th position he goes, so that's actually going to be Bortoletto drop back now to the clutches of Browning. Mansell leads though, Mini 2nd, Durskin 3rd, Crawford 4th, Maney 5th, and then Maloney up in 6th position. Great start, Omi, as they come towards the castle section. Now it's going to spread out. Oh, contact further back.
Yep. Yeah, they're all still battling further back as well. Antonelli trying to put the pressure on Luke Browning, but Dirksen late on the brakes once and twice as we made our way through Fittipaldi, battling up against Pepe Marti and Isaac Hadjo in the mid-pack.
Richie, good clean start, but now they're all going to have to start thinking about tyres. It's a tricky surface. We saw yesterday they were going off in qualifying. They're all out there on the Ultra Softs.
Yeah, certainly. They've got to make sure they can get these tyres, well, they can get them to the end, but they've got to make sure they don't push them too hard at the start, because that's when you start to get lockups and all of the graining, which is the last thing they want, especially around a 21-lap race around the Baku City circuit. And at the moment, it will be Mansell ahead of Mini, the top 2, both coming up from Formula 3, ahead of Joshua Dirksen in 3rd place. And Crawford as well had a bit of a poor start, dropped down to 4th. After that bit of a send from Dirksen, taking the Max Verstappen technique, it's either you move or we crash. And he tried that twice, and to be fair to him, it worked quite well. So he's in the podium position now, but as we know, Dirksen's engine is very good, so expect to see him closing in on these next couple of laps as Mini looking to try and make a move, but not quite close enough, as we see Zayn Maloney looking to the outside ahead of Miney into the first corner.
That's going to be very tight round the outside. Can he pull it off? Because we're going to have Bortoletto still on the inside line down to the braking zone as well. He goes back through. Here goes Victor Martins back through on Maloney. No DRS. Now we have DRS activated. It's always on lap 2. So now we're going to see a bit of a slipstream battle between them. Bortoletto is going to be very much unevened out as they come into the breakers, and the timing tower can't even keep up with what's happening. It's still stuck in positions as they come back through. Martin's in 6th, so is it Maney back in 5th and Bortoletto now down to 8th? It's all a bit confusing on that screen, Omi.
Yeah, so it was Maney who was battling up against Martins, with Maloney then getting involved. That was with what was happening with that scrap. Browning up 2 places as well from his starting position, so a good start from him. Maney, though, is staying inside the 1 second. He's half a second away, so keep an eye on him as he'll be looking to try and make the move for the lead. So we could be seeing these 2 drivers from Formula 3 now showing their class here at the front of the field immediately in Formula 2.
That's going to be brilliant news for 2025 when they're all expected to make them a step up. Here's Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
Elbows out, Kimi, come on.
He's down in 10th position as well. Kimi's lost a place before he started in P9 as well. He's allowed Browning to get back through. Vishor's dropped down into 12th place. It was very much a chaotic start as they come down towards turn 15. Once again, drop down the hill towards turn 16. I just noticed that 6th as well. I think you might have some time to join us for a practice session next weekend. So in F1, so fantastic news there in Singapore as they fly back through towards the castle towards the start-finish line section, towards Parliament Square. Mansell leads, Mini, then it's Durskin, but now with the DRS, I'm expecting to close back in massively. And if anything, Mini's got to really plan this attack, Richie, because Mansell can go aggressive defending.
He can, and I mean, from what we've seen so far, especially when we get to the end around lap, once we get to around turn 15, turn 16, the gap's around 7 or 8 tenths. So Mansell has a lot of pace in that car. Obviously, Mini, though, has got to make sure he can keep closer, because if he was a couple of tenths closer there to Mansell, he could have made a move into turn number 1, but of course, nowhere near close enough. Down towards turn number 3, possibly no, just tucks back in behind for now. Mini looks happy to sit there in 2nd place, but if he keeps doing that, we'll see Dirksen get closer and closer, and he'll be looking to try and make a lunge and get himself into 2nd place. You can see that gap between those two, very small now as they head their way through into the chicane at turn 5 and turn 6, and also Crawford looking to try and get back within that 1 second gap of the top 3, so he can try and get a little bit of DRS along with Marnie as well in P5 at the moment. But of course, a decent start as well for Victor Martins, up into P6 now. He started a little bit further back, and he's looking to try and get himself back into that top 5. Of course, not been the best season here as we hear from Mansell.
Very good job so far. Come on.
I agree as well. I mean, Mansell's doing fantastic at the front now, but these two have raced together in Formula 3 this season. Mansell knows how Mini operates, But they've got Joshua Dirtskin in the AIX car. That's had a sort of rebirth of life. Dirtskin's coming into his own as a very fast F2 driver.
Yep, indeed, his engine also very much coming into life as well here on these streets, like Monza, and also here at Baku as well. So he's trying to go on the attack on Gabriele Mini, while Mini tries to attack Mansell, but once again 8/10 mark, so that will be a little bit too much far back for Gabriele Mini this time around, as they're about to come down the straight once again, and we'll see who's going to be looking to make the moves. It seems like every single pile stuff once again for the majority in this field, but Mini definitely needs to be close when he leaves the third sector onto this straight.
Yeah, because he's too far back in towards turn 1. That's going to be a golden opportunity to try and overtake. Still, it looks like, unlike previous years in Formula 2, where they were side by side every opportunity they got, right now they are struggling to overtake. Whether that's because they're trying to save tyres, we're not sure, but this is very much tricky to come through. What a scene, says SHD. Yeah, it is. It's completely changed it as Maloney does a 1:57.834. He has the fastest lap of the race so far. We're on board with Andrea, Kimi Antonelli, and Antonelli down to turn 3 as we take a look at the start, Omi as well.
Yep, we take a look at another start. Not a good launch for Crawford. Dirksen immediately having to go on the attack. Maloney ran the outside of Victor Martins. Dirksen then with a huge send down a ton point. That was close to contact between the two of them, and then able to get the power down. He was able to take the position as well, close between Villagomez and Marty and Hadjo, as they were both battling as well for 19th position. Another lockup for Dirksen, as Browning was putting a nose in there as well up the inside of Maloney, but it wasn't a good launch for Crawford. He needed to try get ahead of Mansell. Instead, he dropped behind Mini, and he dropped behind Dirksen as well.
Yeah, good look at Crawford with Richie as well. There's Dirksen forcing his way through, and he's had no traction.
Yeah, exactly. Off the start, he got nowhere, did he? As Dirksen had that massive lockup as well into turn 3. This is on board here with Gabriele Bortoletto heading down towards turn number 3. And this is when we saw Maloney look to make that move up the inside. Got a good move, and also that was when Victor Martins got past as well, heading down towards turn number 4. Of course, around this track, once you lose that momentum, you can really be doomed. But we look at the gap there at the top. Mansell's broke the 1 second gap. Dirksen is right on the back of Mini here. We could have a great battle for second place. But let's see, did Mini get that DRS as we head our way down to turn number 1? And Dirksen was looking to try and capitalise. If not, as we head down, he did just about. But that gap is creeping up and up and up. Give it a couple more laps. If Mini can't increase the pace, Mansell is going to break that 1 second gap.
First race ever in a Formula 2 car as well, and for Gabriele Mini, this is getting a little bit treacherous. He's got the blue BWT alongside it, not the pink. So everybody been complaining about that a little bit online. Hadjar's passed Correa down into 16th position as well, as they come down towards turn 3. I'm not ruling out Joshua Dirtskin here as well. Mansell's doing a stellar job at the front, but Dirtskin, with, as you said, with that new engine, just like we saw in Monza, he is closing back up and up and up. And his teammate, by the way, Niels Kulin, is 10 seconds back to Villagomez.
Oh.
11 now. He crossed the line.
28 from the lead.
Yeah. He crossed the line. Yeah, okay. He crossed the line 6.7 seconds behind Mansell, 4.4 seconds behind Villagomez. How he's now dropped 11 seconds? I don't know. This has gone off the track. Niels Kulin has dropped 4 seconds in a lap.
Well, Mansell did a 58.2. Kulin did a 2:02.8.
Oh. Lap counter.
And that's his consistent pace as well.
Oh, the lap counter's not working. That's bizarre.
Oh. Interesting.
And his personal best is 1.2 seconds from Luke Browning in the first sector. 42.9. Browning at 41.7.
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Oh dear me.
Lap counters had a bit of a paddy on us.
Is it not working for you? Well, we head across line, and Mini's got the fastest lap, followed by Bortoletto and Browning.
If you two take it for a minute, I'll fix it.
Okay, over the line. Fastest lap for Gabriele Mini. So this time, Richie was much more faster around. Bortoletto then takes it, and then taken once again. That's Rashul trying to defend from Hauger, trying to go around the outside into Tannenbaum. That can get risky. Is Hauger going to be able to make the corner? He just about did make the corner, Richie. That is so close, and Hauger gets ahead.
A great move there from Dennis Hager, putting his experience to use there ahead of Richard Verschoor. We'll see, can Verschoor try and get that move back down towards turn number 3, as we do see the leaders heading towards that third corner. And look at the, well, not debris, but look at all the dust, leaves all flying up. Eventually someone's going to get caught off guard by that, because the track definitely not going to be at the most gripping position, as we do see Verschoor get that move back ahead of Dennis Hager. And I think behind that will be Miata and Hajar looking to close in as well, to see if they can get involved with that battle for 12th place as we head our way into turn 5 and turn 6. And Browning still has that fastest lap, so also Browning looking good here on the pace at the moment. And you can see that gap at the front now yet again starting to increase. Josh, you back with us?
I am. Don't know what happened there. It was like it's a OBS browser source. So it's not even a window capture, but it got wrong. So I had to adjust it. Here's that lead again. So here's the move again as they come through. Fantastic launch with that DRS. Tried to go defensive for sure, but Hauger was just able to send it so beautifully around the outside and almost put it in the wall, as you both said. I'm really enjoying this season.
Yeah. Well, it's closing back in between Dux and Vinny. Still the 8/10 mark though between himself and Christian Mansell as well. Crawford trying to stay inside the 1 second of the top 3. Could come under pressure from Kush Maney. But similar to what we had last year, a calm start to the race, and then it all happened with a late safety car due to Roy Nissany finding the wall. We've not got Roy Nissany in the field, but we have got Gabriele Mini gaining in with the toe.
Oh, it's going to be good. He looks for a move. That's going to be very late on the brakes in towards turn 1, and he's through. Mansell did not want to throw anything back. He gets the cut back out of turn 1. They're side by side down towards turn 2, and Gabriele Mini takes the lead of the sprint race. Fantastic as they come through. As Sky again having issues with the audio, I was hearing Alex Jakes come through my ears as well there. But this is absolutely fantastic as they head down the straight again. Mansell pulls out to the outside line. Mini goes defensive, and here comes Durst into turn 4, and he's bringing Crawford and Maney into the mix.
Brilliant. Lovely Formula 2 action there as well, and it was slightly wide for Mini, but Mansell wasn't able to capitalise on the exit and take it down to turn number 2. So we finally got a change for the lead, and it's closed in a lot between these two drivers. Dirksen still going for it, and he's still trying to get past the pair of them. Dirksen with a lot of pace, but he's waiting for his opportunity. This was the lockup for Christian Mansell. This would explain why Gabriele Mini was close to this time around, and this is why he got a bit of the run down to the first turn.
And then, another wide moment there. That's for sure, allowing Hauger back through.
Indeed.
Dirksen is really closing in now, and Dirksen would like to get a win. I don't think he's had a win this season. He's had a feature podium back in Imola, if I believe. So he's looking to try and get a win this season on the back now of Christian Mansell, and we'll see what can Mansell do, because of course having a bit of a flat spot from that lockup into turn 15 definitely could cost him time. And Dirksen on the back of him already as we head our way through the final couple of corners down towards turn 1 with that DRS being activated. We could see a move here for second place. Dirksen's going to have that slipstream. Mansell's going to have some, but not much at all as we head our way down to turn 1. Can Dirksen find that overtake? He's closing in quickly. The gap's just under 0.2 of a second now. We'll go to the inside into turn 1. Mansell tries to defend. Can Dirksen get that place? He breaks deep into turn 1, and so that'll be Dirksen into second place. As further back, that'll be Martins and Moiri battling for P6.
And Maloney slipped through on the inside there as well. Martins went way too deep in towards turn 1 and went too wide. Antonelli's on the back of Luke Browning now with the DRS as well down towards turn number 3, and they're going to go around the outside. Antonelli needs to get into the points here. Only the top 8 have that ability, and he needs every point that matters. Browning's going to go defensive. Antonelli can't get through there as well. He does this cut around into the outside line. Can he get into 4? No. He's going all the wrong places again, Omi.
Yeah, but Browning also covering the perfect places as well. So Luke Browning able to keep that position. He's also making his debut, of course, this weekend. But Mansell and Mini both fighting at the front with Dirksen now in between. So Dirksen's got a huge opportunity when we get onto the straight to get past Gabriele Mini. So that will be interesting to see on the restart as we take a look at Zane Maloney battling down to turn 1. Seeing the battle first of all, with Martins going the long way around on Maney. Martins getting shuffled out by Maney, and that allowed the boy from Barbados to go through.
M and M all battling as well. Maney, Martins, Maloney as they're side by side. And great job there, but Martin's again losing too many places. Mini leads Mansell, Dirk's good. I'm just glad it's not Mini, Mansell, Naney, Martins, Maloney. That would, and then Marty. I think I might have to shoot myself if they were all up there.
And Miata.
And Miata, yeah.
Oh,
I really would. That would be
confusing, wouldn't it? Oh, but when you watch the head through that section there where we saw Dirksen, it's mad how much they throw the car into these corners at such a high speed, and the car's just gripped to the ground. As Dirksen, not going to be looking for a move yet, but I think here he's in the best position. And I mean, I think we all know why he's in the best position, but at the moment, it's looking like he could be the one to take the victory here in the sprint race. Further back as well, Crawford, though, is closing into the back of Mansell. He could be looking to try and get himself up into that top three, especially, I think it's deserved considering he started second in this race, as for sure has dropped down to 19th. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but he's all the way now near the back. Has he been involved in an incident somewhere, possibly?
Could have been. Oh, that's gone so far back. For sure down now in 19th position, as you say. So we'll keep an eye on a replay. He was losing places, but unless he's gone wide off the track.
Ooh, his last lap was a 2:01.7.
He's gone off somewhere, yeah.
Still a second quicker than Coolan.
Yes, 2:02 on his last lap time for Niels Coolan, who is now... I think he's so slow, it's broken my timing tower. No joke.
47 seconds off the lead.
How is he even driving?
He's got to get lapped. He's got to get lapped.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In a sprint race, he's going to be lapped. Why have AIX got him in?
Money.
Money.
Does that mean if I suddenly become a
Booking.com.
millionaire? If I become a millionaire then, does that mean I can pay for a race weekend?
Yeah.
Nice. I have a racing license, that's well.
What is it? Booking.com? Yeah.
If I was the team principal of AIX right now, I would replace that with an F.
Or Booking.no.
Jackson could have a run here.
Yeah, that's going to be important. Mini has got to go defensive. It's his first ever run in a Formula 2 race. I'm surprised he was able to get it off the line, how tricky these clutches are. If Gabriel Mini wins this race, it just shows how he was so high in Formula 3. I think the wrong guy won the championship as Martin's tried to go look around the outside of Maloney again. Not going on there. Yeah,
Prema did have a couple of poor races, didn't they? Because Lindblad was also in front at one point, and last couple of races, nothing went well at all.
Richard Verschoor is in the pit lane. Richard Verschoor is in the pit lane. He is out of the race.
Big shame. I was expecting a lot here from Verschoor, and I think he must have got into contact or went off. No.
Oh.
New tyres.
Taking a pit stop then. There we go.
Testing here, possibly, to see the longevity of the tyres, as that will be back of, say, Maloney. Team behind him will be Victor Martins, of course, looking to close and to take that P6 away. And Martin's season, it's been very weird because on pace, he's probably one of the best drivers, but he never gets anywhere, does he? Never. No. He's always around 5th down to around 10th.
He's been yo-yoing all year. Yeah. Not how many wins, if I remember correctly, only. He's had one, I think.
Yeah, Rick Martins has one. This season as well has the French driver, as we watch another French driver, Isaac Hadjar, who is the only man to win from pole position in a feature race in Silverstone. So we've not had the pole sitter win the feature race other than that moment at Silverstone. So it's just been that wide open in the feature race. Even if the sprint today is calmer, tomorrow it will be wide open once again. Plenty of action to hopefully come our way. And to be fair, last year at this point it was exactly like this. Then we had the safety car that I mentioned earlier on. Then we had everyone closed in, and then we had a huge pile-up at turn 1. So anything's possible. We've had a huge pile-up for the last 2 years at turn number 1 on a safety car restart in Formula 2. We had it in 2022. We had it, of course, last year in 2023. And right now we're looking to see who's going to be able to make the move down to turn 1. Fastest lap for Dirksen.
Oh, late defence there for Maloney. Martin's thought about a dive bomb on the inside to turn 1. It wasn't under braking, so Maloney's fine, but definitely, if Martin had made the move, they would have come together there. as they come into turn 2, down now. A bit of a slide for Martins, but that allows Maloney to open up the DRS. He'll have a bit more traction, but Martins has the speed, has the toe, has the DRS, pulls to the inside again. Maloney goes defensive. That camera angle's a bit too long to see, but Martins on the inside line and makes it still stick. Ah, but did he go too deep? Just about holds it. Maloney can't get through, but Maloney might be under investigation there for moving under braking. It was too late defence there.
Oh, guys, Kulin's going to have someone near him.
Oh, who?
Oh,
in a moment.
got Vashaw there.
Oh, yeah. Vashaw's actually going to pass him.
So, Josh, Omi, would you like to know a bit of a fact or a fun fact that you might know but you might not know? Many seasons ago... Oh,
We need to try and force him into a mistake if we can.
That's Browning. Who's that about?
So,
Richie?
Yeah. So, back before Josh, he was in PSGL, around season 25 on the PS side. Did you know Azerbaijan was a regular league race from PSGL?
I knew that.
I forgot about that.
Oh, what happened here? That'll be... Is that Hauger? No. Villa Gomez, isn't it? And Fittipaldi or something, I can't remember.
Yes.
Too many cars of the same colours.
We've got Goethe going through, and then after that, we're going to be followed through by Villa Gomez. And that one, as we go back to live pictures now.
Yeah, Goethe touched the wall. That's what we're looking at. His rear right touched the wall.
Who?
Yeah.
I've got to say, I'm surprised by Goethe. I expected him to be a lot higher than where he is. Very surprised. As Dirkson's closing in here, Josh.
The lead.
We're watching the wrong battle as Antonelli goes through on the inside line of Browning around the outside. Bortoleto making the move on Maloney. Maloney goes in again deep. Bortoleto can't get the fight back. We need to look at the battle for the lead here between Mini and Durskin because that's just dropped 3 tenths. Durskin, I think, had a go. We're now watching with Gabriel Bortoleto. Excellent turn 2. DRS open as he runs down the back straight towards turn 3. And there we see now Durskin trying to go around the outside. And I think Mini's had a lock-up because looking at the front right tyre, it's not looking that great. Bortoleto, meantime, he's trying to go around the outside of Maloney. Antonelli's on the inside of Browning and he's got through. Can Bortoleto find a way through? I'm not too sure. Martin's having a go at Mini. That gap now down to 7 tenths of a second. It's all kicking off now.
It is.
Mansell also under pressure from Crawford, Richie.
Yeah, I was going to say Aaron as well in the back of Browning. So Browning must have made a mistake, and that's how Antonelli got through because Aaron was less than a tenth behind as we went through. Sorry for cutting you off there, Omi. I think we both started speaking at the same time. But
Yeah.
Mini, I think, is starting to crumble under pressure here because look at the gap.
Yeah.
It's coming down and down and down. Dirksen, he's just waiting, isn't he? Get that move and fly ahead.
He's got such a good acceleration at the exit of turn 12. 14 and 15. He's not going to go for it here, is he? That would be impressive if he does. He was thinking about it. Mini went defensive, but that's going to capitalise downhill towards turn 16. But these two are going to end up coming together if they're not careful. An inexperienced Gabriel Mini in this series compared to Joshua Dunskin, who's had rapid pace. Yeah, newish, but looking good. Down we go then. Oh, Mini nearly snaps it! That was a huge save from Gabriel Mini. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Goethe!
I think.
Yeah, Goethe's down and he's gone green. So, oh no, yellow flag's back out. Goethe's in trouble as we come down towards turn number 1. Mini's going to have to not go defensive. Durskin's going through on the inside. Joshua Durskin takes the lead in the sprint race. Martins, meantime, gets ahead. Finally, yellow flag's down sector 2. He might have stalled it, might need a safety car. Bortoleto gets ahead of Maloney to come down towards turn 1. Joshua Durskin takes the lead on lap 13 as we await a possible safety car. Fittipaldi's past Marty.
Still yellow on circuit, so Goethe must have stopped.
Yeah, he stalled it.
It might be what happened to... What happened before, Josh, when we saw them stop at turn 3 and it just went green again after a while?
Yeah, we've gone green now.
Which it's done.
But I wonder if he had trouble selecting reverse and first. Like we saw in quali. Now, Durskin leads. Now, is that Durskin into the lead for the rest of the race then, Amy? Or is he going to change it? Oh, well, if he does that, maybe not.
Well, yeah, we do have 2 rookies in behind now, so they'll be trying to defend themselves. So it seems like for now at least, it is going to be Dirksen in P1 as Maloney, my word, to the barrier, nearly doing what Nick DeFries did last year as well.
Saw that yesterday as well in F2 practice. A similar mistake.
With who?
I can't remember. Oh, Goethe actually. Who's just
Hello,
got-
Fernando Alonso.
Yeah. Straight on. Down
Look at the
we
gap,
go.
1.7 seconds. Oh my. Mansell, though, he's looking to get back in contention for a P2 now.
Antonelli still pushing like crazy.
News for you all, Coolan is now 65.6 seconds from the race lead. He has lost 20 seconds in 4 laps.
When did Rashul get past?
Well, Rashaw's now 6 seconds up the road.
9 now.
Antonelli.
DRS will activate open now. It's going to be a nice, easy move. And look at that, they're all now. Look, this is what happens when they start pushing. They're all going to start spreading out. Dirt's going to lead by 2 seconds to Mini. That's in 2 laps. Just been
Oh, my word.
word.
Aaron going for it on Browning.
Side by side, Paul Aron's got the inside line down towards turn number 3. Browning is unfortunately down as that was nearly into the wall for him. Carlos Sainz has been given a warning for impeding Sergio Perez in that practice session we just had.
I'm going to say, what's Carlos Sainz doing?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in Formula 2.
The rate he's driving, it might need to be.
Oh, critical.
Oh my word.
Oh.
That was close. That was Martin's, wasn't it? No. Yes, Martin's.
yeah.
Twice now. Turn 1 and at turn 15, he's getting a little bit too intimate with the barriers, we'll put it that way.
I'm not going to say that line. I'll tell you later what I was going to say.
What's happened to Coolan? He's now 13 seconds behind Vachon. I said 6 seconds a lap ago.
Just, I think it's just normal.
I mean, Ragunathan's Max Verstappen compared to Coolan.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear me, it's funny though, isn't it? Great. I mean, at least he can keep it out of the wall. That's a good thing, isn't it? I'd rather him go slow and not crash every time.
I'll watch him go into the wall in a couple of moments now.
Yeah. He'll cause the red flag, won't he? He'll crash at the cashless section. Do you remember last
Probably,
year?
yeah. I am.
Yeah. Sorry, do you remember last year, Joshua Mason, and how he caused the big one?
Yes. Yes. Oh, when was that now? Was it
AIX as well.
We do see a move.
Yeah, side by side. Under braking.
Ooh.
Well, Martins goes through. Crawford takes 3rd. Martins dives through, and Mansell drops now down into 5th position. Mansell stood no chance there. It was a complete. Well, forget a mugging. That was a flogging down to turn 1. Move out of the way, youngster.
Yep. Martins, though, looking strong. Maybe looking for a podium. He said he's been up and down all season. Well, this is looking like it could be one of his up races. Crawford also looking to get back into that P2 spot, but look at that gap at the front. Joshua Dirksen. His lap times
Yellow
are
flag.
brilliant. A 57.4 on that lap. Oh, yellow. That will be. Who was that? Is that for sure?
It could be. Vachon's dropping massive sector times. Everyone nearly drifting into the barrier. Oh, and Jose Maria Martin. Oh, and my actor's in the wall.
Miata!
And the brakes on fire at the front left as well. This will be a safety car. He's gone straight in at turn 4. So now this will deploy the safety car with close. Do not put men on the track. Well, that marshal's gone out of his own accord. Now they've had to deploy the safety car. The race controller are going to be doing their nut. That is not right.
Which will be music.
No.
Yeah.
For sure, Coolan and Goethe make a mistake.
That marshal is going to get a reprimand because he has just gone onto a live racetrack where there was no safety car or virtual safety car deployed. That's right in the firing line. His actions were admirable to put the brake fire out, but it's a brake fire. It's not going to do much. It's not going to catch anything else on fire. It's just a brake fire. That was dangerous. And race control having no option to deploy the full safety car there because of the man on the track. That was not right there from that marshal.
Yeah.
That was not right. So safety car
Great
is
to
out.
see Miata out of the car. Well, I did say, throughout the race that it can be a pretty calm race at Baku, and then just like last year we get a late safety car, and then it's all chaos on the restarts. Formula 2 restarts at Baku have been absolutely wild in previous years. So let's see what 2024 is going to deliver us with.
Why is the gap so big between Dirksen and Mini?
What is the gap?
10.5 seconds.
Oh, that is big.
Oh,
Crawford.
It's one man, one Correa.
Yeah. Oh, Correa. Yeah, Correa is not. I can't tell which one it is. It's one of them.
Ah, mate.
One man, one Correa.
He tried to get ahead of Hauger and just went straight into the wall. Bless you. Oh, just.
Thank you.
Also, I did put a message earlier on. Oh, sorry, Josh.
I was just saying, bang.
Oh, we've got pit stops.
Fittipaldi,
Cordial and Villagomez into the pits.
Well, put on that extra set of Ultra Soft you used in qualifying and only did a lap, and you'll get to the end of the race. It's a fair bet to go a bit faster. Here we go. Pit stops in a sprint race.
I do want to know your quick thoughts on this, Josh.
Yeah.
So, I sent a message to Omi in the commentators chat earlier when we was listening to Gabriele Mini, and I looked at Omi, I looked at Gabriele Mini, and I thought that is the doppelganger of Omi.
I thought that.
It looks identical to Omi.
I have thought that the entire season, to be fair. I have thought it.
No one's mentioned it yet until you said that.
But one thing I've got to mention is, what is going on with Paul Aaron?
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
These last couple of races have been poor.
When you two eventually are in the same commentary box as me, you'll see that when you look down, you can see you two, but it's tiny. So I have to look.
What do you mean?
You're not that massive on my screen. I can see you both, but it's like it's in a tiny little square on one side of a
zoom
tiny
in.
monitor. Yeah. I have to sort of lean in. Anyway,
Coolan.
Yeah. Yay, Niels. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's Frankie Colapinto there.
Colapinto, yeah. Hey, does he stall the engine? That's the question. Can he get that part right?
He has left the pit lane. There's the
Hey, he's got it.
Oh, one minute looking up under safety car.
Oh, what was that then?
A little bit of a lock-up.
Damage.
That's from Correa, isn't it?
That was Maloney. I thought it was from Maloney because he did the same thing, didn't he? Could be from both of one of their cars.
Where is that? Could be either of them, as you say.
Because that's turn 6, isn't it? Exit at the chicane, where they both lost a bit of both got a bit of debris. But do you know who I'm keen to watch here on this restart once we do get underway? Victor Martins.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
If he gets it right, he could be in a position to win.
I'm just going to hand over to the world feed because we're going to have an interview.
With his restart, Zane Maloney talked to us about restarts earlier in the weekend.
The restart is always interesting in terms of not getting jumped and being on it with reaction timing for the leader. I think here is especially difficult because of the long straight. I mean, we'll see this year if the brakes work into turn 1. They didn't work for many last year. So yeah, you can do a lot of things to keep the brakes up to temperature, but the problem is when there's such a long straight, they cool down, and yeah, you just need to be a bit cautious in turn 1 especially. We'll see.
We will see. Very soon. So the track being cleared, lots of debris. We've got to recover the road in out of the barriers at turn 3. Everyone gets a breather. It's an intense circuit, this. Very physical. Will have been very physical for the Formula 3.
They've got the...
Really is.
They've got the audio wrong.
Like this, just
Oh.
There we go. Fixed now. Right, let's hear from them both, actually. Oh, go on. I was going to throw to the world feed.
I was going to say something unrelated.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, carry on, Josh.
I'll throw to the world feed then.
Force probably greater, but it's going faster, so your rest time is reduced. Every corner you arrive at comes just a little bit quicker than it did in a Formula 3 car. So as a result of that, you not only work harder, but get less rest in between.
Very quick out of the blocks. Look at this. Immaculate stuff. And being applauded and high-fived. Well done, that man. Rapid recovery of the debris. Super stuff. And that's the enthusiasm that the marshals have brought since this race was first run. That was tight in the pit lane.
Unsafe release.
Well, we've not even got to the mandatory pit stop yet. It's one of the longer pit lanes of the year. It's a relatively big pit stop loss here because the part that cuts the pit lane out, or the pit lane cuts out, is relatively fast. But that was a little bit too close for comfort, wasn't it? We haven't seen it being noted yet. Safety car, though, will be in this lap, and we'll have plenty of racing to go, I think, this is the toughest restart of the Formula 2 season. You've got all the way from turn 16, and you've got so few options as the leader Dirksen here. He's going to be under pressure, and will the brakes be up to temperature when he makes it down to turn 1? That's a huge challenge behind the wheel of his machine.
Here we go then. Let's see what's going to happen with the safety car coming in. Predictions, a Formula 2 restart. Oh, mate, this is going to be insane.
Formula 2 Baku restarts don't usually go well. Let's see what this one is going to deliver. Dirksen, Mini, Crawford, Martins, Mansell, all trying to go on the attack. Let's see who's going to come out on top.
Richie, restarts in Formula 2 like this, it's a bit like a PSG restart. Oh, look at him.
It is, isn't it? They all back up and boom, they're off, and someone's going to have a bit of an incident here if they're not careful, because look how much they back up as they go in there.
Here we go. Dirksken's going to wait to go, but they're all going to be side by side. They're going to play chicken with each other for slipstream as well. It's a long back straight. Dirksken's right there. We're ready. We're steady. When's he going to hit the throttle? When's he going to hit it? We don't have to go until the green flag line, which is the start-finish line. Green flag's out. We go racing again here in Baku. As Dirksen goes defensive, Mini's coming back to the inside line. Looking on the inside. Lock up from Andrea Kimi-Antonelli. And Gabriel Mini locks up. He allows Crawford back through. This is okay so far. No one off turn 1. Antonelli's dropped back 3 places. We come on the inside. Now, Victor Martin's taking 3rd position as well. Mansell's down into about 6th position. Hadjar moves up. There's a brief yellow flag on the circuit. We're back to green flag now as they head down towards turn 4. Everyone trying to get temperature into their tyres. It's going to be a massive slipstream. Braking. Antonelli trying to go around the outside as well. Then a bit of contact and into the wall. Touch to the rear. Gabriel Bortoletto with damaged rear, and that's going to hold everybody back up. Antonelli comes back through on the inside line. 2 cars already going into the wall at the back as they all get through. And how was Bortoletto go away with that touch to the rear? What a restart. And there's more drama. Zane Maloney coming back through on the inside line as well of Browning as they all try and go back round. Browning nearly into the wall as they come on towards the castle section. They can't. Yellow flags out sectors 1 and 2. They cannot go too wide through the castle section as Hauger looks on the inside. Cordillo gets forced back wide as well as they all come into it. And there is Paulo on backwards. No, it's Cordillo.
Wow.
You're right, sorry. Oh, and it almost Cordillo. Cordillo on the racing line, blind and so far behind with Niels Coulin. We had a safety car and Niels Coulin is still 21 seconds back. How is this man even in Formula 2 if he's that dangerous? It's 1 lap and he's 21 seconds back.
Watch the front of turn 1, Josh. There was contact and debris went flying.
Let's have a look then. I can't see it. We're going to get another yellow flag, by the way. I think Cordillo stalled it again. This is Antonelli. Watch. Contact with Mansell and both left on the wall.
What a wild restart for Formula 2. As we predicted, that's why I said it was going to all explode once we get a safety car. Antonelli pulled up against Kushmini. Yellow flags out once again in the 2nd sector. Yeah, the question is, has Cordillo...
Timing screen just looks like one of those electrical strips as we see Mini now back on the inside, getting it. That's no, that's Antonelli. That's Mansell with Antonelli. Yes, it is. So Martin's already moved up to Bortoletto. So this is Antonelli up to 7th, passing Mansell. We've gone yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green. It's absolutely insane on the timing screen. It looks like electrical tape as they head back down again. Oh my word, Dirksen leads by 7/10 of a second. They're on the inside line. Comes Kushmaini trying to get ahead of Mansell. But Dirksen now with the DRS has got around to defend from Crawford. These two had rivalries.
Look at the leaves everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Surely that's going to cause some issues with the track surface and it being a little bit slippery.
It was Goethe who had the damage. He's coming to the pit lane. And there's debris.
Oh!
So... Was Goethe? Hit Cordillo?
Yeah. Further down.
Turn 15.
Oh, hello. And that's Goethe going off. So that's what caused that yellow flag for several times. He allows inertia to push him back up there as well, because it's downhill in that braking zone. So here we go again.
Gapping them over a second though.
Yeah, they've pulled that massively. And here is Crawford and Dirksen now battling together. Yeah, I did not know how Niels Coulin is so far back already. He is 26 seconds back to Verschoor.
39 from the lead.
What on earth is going on? In 1 lap.
Deary me.
How is he
Deary me.
not-
But it seems like the drivers have wasted their tyres. Look how much the gaps are increasing by now.
Yeah. How is he not banned for being a danger?
He's too slow.
Yeah. Minimum speed is a thing in IndyCar and NASCAR. Maybe it should be a thing in Formula 2 as well.
We've got the 107% rule, but he just about made it yesterday as well. Hello.
Ooh, Helga. Oh, what's happened there to Marty?
He's into the pit lane. Marty's dived into the pit lane then. And Mansell Bortoletto has been noted, so Mansell might get a penalty from that for causing an avoidable collision. Would be slightly unfair, but it's kind of how the way the cookie's crumbling at the moment. Oh. New nose cone for Marty. That's what's happening. Well, 2 laps to go. Was that really necessary? Oh, hang on. Is he going to get ahead of Cordeal and Cool? Hello. Niels Cool has been passed by Cordeal. Okay. I think
Marty's going to have to get past Coolin as well.
Oh, my word. Coolin might have been the most overtaked driver of the day, and he still hasn't gained a position. How's that possible? He's done no overtakes, and yet he's been passed so many times. Now, there's Victor Martins, with Gabriel Mini just ahead of him as they come into the braking zone again. Into turn 15. Little snap at the rear. Slowly, slowly, snappy, snappy. It's a really unusual situation. With this safety car, by the way, could do. We might have to go straight on air for Formula 1's qualifying session because we've got to do the analysis at the touchscreen.
Is there a delay because of the... Is it a net? What time's quali? Is it 2 or 1? 1 or 2?
1 o'clock UK time for us.
So is there a delay because of this race not being an hour after?
Nah, it should be fine.
How does it work?
Well, there's 50 minutes, so we should be okay. As Martin...
Comes Martin!
Yeah, he thought about it, didn't he? But Mini locking up a bit. Side by side. That's Zane Maloney back on the inside line. Getting ahead of Maney. Maney's fighting back though. Maloney's got the outside line. A little bit tighter to 2. Maney's back through.
Yeah, but keep an eye as well on Luke Browning. He's going to try to get involved. They're all going to have the toes. We make our way down towards turn number 3. Browning checking in. Let's see if we can put the pressure on Maloney down towards the braking zone.
Little contact. Oh! Maloney was absolutely giving nothing there. They just touch wheels. As we now see Isaac Hadja, round of applause to Hadja. Yes, it's 12th position, but he started towards the back. How he's done this, I don't know. After the crash in quali. Here's Victor Martins. Through the castle section.
Making a drag race on the line. He might be a bit too far back. We'll need to see. He needs to continue to try and push on. But Dirksen's on his way for his first victory in FIA Formula 2.
Oh, that's going to be something very good for Joshua Dirksken to win. He's had a couple of podiums, complained about the engine, gets a new one. Gabriel Mini wants to hold off Victor Martins, the two who've done battle in Formula 3 before are now doing battle in their very first race together in F2. But for Joshua Dirksken, just like we saw in Monza, the brand new engine helps him at a circuit which is straight line speed domination. Joshua Dirksken heads up towards the line. He's had to hold everything with his nerve on restarts, and he's got it. For the first time in FIA Formula 2, Joshua Dirksken wins here in Baku. Mini, can he hold off the line? Yes, he can. Gabriel Mini gets his first ever podium in Formula 2 in his very first attempt. Crawford is second. Mini and Martin separated by 20 thousandths of a second at the line. Bortoletto, Aron, Antonelli, Mansell 8th, Maney 9th, and Maloney the top 10. Browning, Hadjar, Fittipaldi, Hauger, Correa, Villagomez, Rashaw, Cordial, Marty, Coulin and Goethe. My 8 are the only one out. And it's our 8th different winner of the year.
Yeah, very good job, guys. Very good job.
Yes! Yes, guys, come on! Oh, thank you, Jesus! Thank you, team, thank you, sponsors, everybody. Yes! Come on! Finally, yes!
AIX may have the slowest driver on the grid with Niels Kuhlen, but they've got one of the fastest upcoming talents in Joshua Dursken. AIX in their first half a season, getting their first win there, Omi. That's great. And Crawford second.
Well, I think you meant 15th different winner of the year.
15th, sorry, yeah. I'm thinking of Formula One there when I said that.
Well, we'll see what happens in F1 later.
At some point, but I don't understand. I saved more than the others. I saved all race just to have more deck than the others. So yeah, it's not all about the driver sometimes, but I saved like hell.
Okay. Formula 2 never disappoints, does it?
Me and Omi have hinted at that the whole stream, haven't we? I mean,
Yeah.
Marty was the first to say it. Now Crawford. But bit of news. That means we'll hear from Minnie.
My God, Nick. Ooh.
Oh my God, it's anyone he gets. Go on, Richie.
That's all. Bortoletto now is 7.5 points back from Isaac Hajar in the standings. So this championship fight is really coming down to the final couple of races, and Bortoletto starts 4th or 6th for the feature race. Hajar 20th.
Let's check in then with the world feed. Alex Jakes and Alex Brundle, as with the rest of the cars, come in.
Race that was very un-Baku-like. Good run through the field for Isaac Hajar, but no points outside the top 8. Bortoletto in the wall. Could have been get out of jail free. Here's our winner.
Guys, this is so nice. Yes, come on. Come on, you deserve this so much. Great job, guys. This is all your hard work paying off. Good job. Proud of you.
Podiums in Imola, podium at Monza, podium in Baku. This time, the top step.
What a challenging race to do it. Very, very well handled restart in an area of the racetrack where you're just dishing such a big hole in the air out to everybody else to try to keep the lead. Demonstrated his experience perhaps over some of the drivers behind and around him, but still a really, really tough thing to do, and absolutely deserving of parking up in that P1 spot. Joshua Dirksen will take off the steering wheel and stand and salute the team in a very, very well-won race. It's a fantastic racecraft down to T1.
This is a moment he was dreaming of. Joshua Dirksen on the podium. Our first F2 winner from Paraguay. And he deserves to celebrate every moment of it. Hard-earned. His heart must have sunk when he saw the safety car late on. But he started 4th on the grid. He overtook for 3rd at the first turn. He picked his way through. And he finds himself being weighed in the background there. Johnny Herbert working with the FIA in the background. Formerly of this combox for FIA Formula 2 racing. And high fives all round. But the man from Paraguay celebrating with his team. That is a great moment. 15 different winners, Alex. An extraordinarily competitive season, even by the standards of FIA Formula 2. And we've had 25, 26, 27 competitors this year.
You know, I had a chat with Bruno Michel, I had the pleasure of that earlier on today. And he said this year of Formula 2 is unbelievable. Unlike any other. The quality in depth of the series competitors, truly, truly impressive this year, specifically. That's a man who's seen a lot of feeder series racing, and I mirror that. These drivers are really putting on a show for us. It's a year where it seems so equal across the front of the field, but indeed we do see these drivers come from seemingly further back in the championship and just switch on the performance as Dirksen has and go and grab a race win, and that's truly impressive and shows you the nature of the year that we're seeing, the quality and depth of the talent that we're seeing.
This was the moment that the possibility became reality, winning in Formula 2 for Joshua Dirksen, and Mini hanging on to 3rd place in the background. But AIX watching on the big screens at the main grandstand, cheering their boy across the line, crunching into that P1 board, a winner for the first time in the second tier. Wonderful moments of celebration. And there is the car that has taken the flag. As we see our winning cars, our winning drivers, our top 3 drivers have been scooped up and sent the way of the podium. AIX are underneath that podium. It's not the labyrinth that it is in other circuits because it is a temporary building here.
We're gonna win. I never lied.
Johnny
I never lied.
Johnny's still getting on the broadcast all these years later. He's working with the FIA, 3-time Formula 1 Grand Prix winner and a lovely chap, Johnny Herbert, congratulating AIX on a job well done. And the Ducks and Claire, who can now call themselves winners. Cool down room time.
Okay, I think Sky.
Mini cool down room complete.
The mini podcast, not quite there yet.
Mate, I thought we would crash there.
Yeah, but why are you going for that gap?
Like Arten says, if you don't go.
But I'm surprised I didn't make the deformation lap. I stalled.
No way.
There we go, mate.
And how did you?
Because the anti-stalled.
Oh, lucky guy.
Yeah. I was like, there we go. We'll finish the race like this.
Oh, okay. That's why suddenly you like dropped, yeah?
In the formation lap?
No, like after the touch with the
No. There I dropped because I didn't have it.
Yeah,
that was it, mate.
Maybe.
I was good.
Congratulations then.
Oh, for God's sake, Sky, you don't need to go off air just to do a rubbish little pre-show.
Relax.
Let us see the podium. They're not going to, are they?
Is up next.
No, they're not. They're going to take it off. Oh, for God's sake, Sky. I hate Sky Sports sometimes. Why? Why do that? What's the point? We were at the podium. That's going to be more work for me later then. Okay, closing thoughts then from you, Richie, and then we'll go ahead and rate me.
So it's going to be the feature race because we've seen a lot today, and there's more laps tomorrow.
Oh, good point, Amy.
Yep, and a mandatory pit stop as well. So, feature race is going to be pretty wild. Formula 2 sprint race was calm till we got to that safety car point, and then it all exploded as FIA Formula 2 does. Delivered today, tomorrow will be even better. I cannot wait.
JT, what about you? Not here. All right, never mind. Thanks, Richie. Thanks, Amy. JT, there? No, he's gone.
He's deafened.
Yeah, okay, he's
no,
gone.
he's not. He's
All
here.
right. Cheers, Richie. Thanks, Amy. Well, thanks to everyone watching back at home as well. Joshua Durskin wins for the first time here in FIA Formula 2. We'll be back tomorrow for the feature race. Next up, it's extended build-up for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Bye-bye.